if I use my hand like this, just like this, I'm going to show you something that I've been learned on the dragon's path. I've been learned like this from my dragon, not by humans, not by priests, not by anyone, but this was something that I felt very much. So something that I used to do on in front of my altar, and it just came by feeling, like the dragon was giving these feelings, so I had to do this. I was in a trance. I was talking to my dragon. I was doing like this. I was taking my hand and just did it like this, but more violent, So every nerve inside of this hand was completely sensitive, very sensitive. So these nerves were coming like this, Every time when I did like this, the nerves inside of my hands became more sensitive. Then it's the time when every nerve is more close by. I mean, every nerve is trying to get to its place once more. Then it's time actually to do like this and to sense the energies around you. And to sense the energies around you, you have to be very calm. And all of these nerves inside of your hand, once they try to get to their place once more, it's time to sense the energies, detecting the energies around you. So because of these sensitive moments inside of your hand palm, like I said, inside of your hand palm, this is very sensitive in itself. If you do it like this, so these are movements that are not very common. So your hand is not used to these movements. So these violent movements. So because you do like this just for a while, so your hand, your energies inside of your hand becomes more sensitive. So now it's time to detect your dragon. So how come you are being learned the things like this? I mean, in the beginning of my path, I wasn't allowed inside of any pagan group or any Wiccan group. So these people didn't teach me anything, any way to feel the dragon. In the beginning of my path, I felt the dragon very much, and it was like this impact inside of my spirit was so great, so intensely, that it changed my entire life. So because of this, because I was so intensely connected with the dragon from the beginning, my quest was to feel them once more. So I was very quiet. Of course, in the beginning I was more like confused. What was going on? What is this? So. And the later on, the more happy I became. I became very happy once I met the dragon and I accepted the dragon. So, and of course, I was so glad. But once this happiness was more placed inside of myself, later on, I came to understand that I had to be quiet because there was something my dragon had to say. So, and these, to understand your dragon, you have to understand the emotions that you have. The emotions and the feelings that you have. Trying to talk to the dragon happens without a sound. It is more like inside of your mind. Whatever you are thinking, whenever you are saying, your dragon will hear it. And it's a conversation of emotions and feelings. It is much more than a physical way than we do now. But in the beginning, I wasn't believing this. I didn't believe this. But later on, I believed this very much because of all of the experiences that I had, not only dreams and feelings, but also things like this, simple things like this, that I was guided into. And indeed, once I did this, I could sense the energies around me much faster. There was much more by my dragon, but there was a draconic energy just around me, and I could sense it with my own hands. But where are they? Just around me. Around it. That is why I always say the dragon next to me. It was because I felt it. I felt it with all of my body, but I wanted to feel this for sure. So I did this. So in front of my altar and placed my hand before me, and so I discovered the dragon around me and how to detect draconic energy. This energy is not that much different than yours. This energy is actually completely connected to you, and you will know it once the dragon is around you, once you can sense them. Your draconic awakening is completely based on the feelings that you have. And I was very glad once more that I had these feelings. It was saying to me that I had indeed a dragon by my side. So then there was a question that I actually got from other people once I said that I was a draconic Wiccan. And they said, why would you ever go on something like this? Why would you even become a draconic Wiccan? Or why would you even listen to the dragon? I mean, what do they offer? What does the dragon offer? Knowledge, wisdom, but not only that, not only knowledge and wisdom, not only experience, but this, like I said, it was a connection that I felt. I went on the dragon's path. I became a draconic Wiccan because of this desire to be with the dragon. So in order to be with the dragon, I had to learn. And the only way to learn how to open up gates for the dragon is to listen to them how to do so. So I had to I had to think more like the dragon. I had to think more like a human dragon hybrid that could sense the dragon, that could hear the dragon. So why ever going on the dragon's path is not actually a question that you can ask to others. It is a calling. It is a calling from the dragon. It is not a calling, of course, to open the gates for other people who are also on the dragon's path, but it's a calling for yourself. Your dragon is calling out to you, and that is why you go on the dragon's path. When your dragon is calling out to you, it is the moment to have this happiness, have these feelings. Once the dragon is there, it is time actually to accept them, and it's time to also hear them, because that is also something that I said once more to someone I know. I said, you listen to priests, you listen to the ones that ask you to go on this spiritual path. You listen to the ones that raised you, your parents, your family. You listen to them. You listen to this, not to the feelings that you have, but to the people that ask you to have feelings for another spirit. We never need this. We don't need this. If you only, for the ones who are going already from the beginning of their life on the dragon's path, once they hear dragon, everything inside of them immediately gets more intense, because your soul is connected to your body, and your body connects to your soul. So your soul, just like inside of your hands, will react to your spirit, your energy. So whenever you are saying dragon, that can be enough of a trigger. I mean, in every spiritual path, they do so hard their best. They try so hard so that they can join their group of spiritual people. But a dragon spirituality doesn't need that. They don't need a large group or money or buildings or priests. They just need the word. They just need the visualization of the dragon. That is why I could sense them in the beginning, and I could sense them also whenever I do something like this. My hands don't have eyes, but my hands have sensitive feeling inside of the palm. So I try to connect with them through my hand, to a simple hand. You don't need eyes for this. Your eyes will not completely see the dragon, unless, of course, there are some ways in the corner of your eye. It could be that you can see them, but it will always be in the corner, not in front of you. In the corner of your eyes, it is most likely that you will see spiritual energies over there. And so, why would you even go on the dragon's path? Because this already is your path. So now on, you just have to listen to them. And that is also, we don't need priests. They can say a lot, of course. Other people on the dragon's path can be very much of a help, very much. They can help you so much in their experiences, and to say whatever happened to them. But like I said, every path is different and every dragon is different. So your dragon completely wants you, and nothing else and no one else. So they are completely searching down for your spirit, your soul. So this is completely based on you, your own path. And they are indeed dragons. So I cannot lie to the people, of course, once they are saying to me, what kind of a path do you take? I said, a dragon's path. There are dragons surrounding me, completely surrounding me, and I love it. I love every second of it, and that is why I want to feel them once more. That is why I completely based my complete spirituality upon them, upon what I felt and what I still feel. And whenever my emotions, my sensitive parts in my body gets even more sensitive, that is the time to feel them. That is the time to sense them. That is the time when you have to learn how to detect your dragons. Like I said, just your hand, just doing like this a couple of times, violently, like this. It can seem nonsense, but it's indeed something that helped me a lot. Because now when I do this, once I am completely in sitting here inside of the forest trying to search down for the dragon, and I'm doing this, and with my both hands doing like this, trying to detect my dragon, and they are most of the time very strong, but it can be less strong because that has to do not because your dragon wants to escape you or something, has to do with the shifts of nature. Your dragon and yourself are very much stronger in one particular moment in a year. It can be on a full moon, it can be during a blizzard, it can be during a rain. You and your dragon are completely connected to one moment of the year. Once you feel each other's more, and once you feel your emotions much more stronger, and the feelings and desire for the dragon, not the desire to get things from them, but the desire that they are here with you. That is a thing also that people ask me, if you don't have any benefits from this, then why doing it? My only benefit, I said, is that they are here, that we are together. I can do like priests. I can do this. I can say they promise eternal life, and they can promise also a bliss life inside of the dragon realm. I can say this, but I cannot promise this. I cannot say this. I'm not allowed to, because that would be a lie. Because every outcome of every dragon's path is different as well. So your outcome can be very different than mine. So where your dragon is leading you is completely up to your dragons and yourself. If you want this, if you want to follow them. Yeah, very personal path. So just for trying it out, there are many kinds of things that I've been learning on the dragon's path. For example, laying down before your dragon altar or inside of a forest like this, laying down on your back, with your arms wide open and your legs next to each other. Open your fingers and just wait for a moment until your body gets so down heavy that you cannot lift yourself up. So ask to the dragon to come to you from your toes to your head, completely over you, and you will completely feel the sensitive part inside of your body. Once they do this, once your awakener, comes to you and goes from your entire body, searching down for your spirit completely, and you will feel it. Don't do this in 5 minutes. This will take a while. This can take very much time. But if you just lay down for a moment inside of your room, in front of your altar, or just inside of a forest, or wherever you feel comfortable, on your bed, just it actually better on the ground, but it doesn't matter. If you lay down, arms wide open, just fingers open, and so ask your dragon to come to you and to touch your entire body. You might feel completely different once they are doing this. So just the same like this or like this, everything that I've been taught is because of the dragon, not because other people ask me to. Even though I was hoping this in the beginning of my path, that people would say things like this so that I can go on my dragon's path, but I could not go on the dragon's path. I had to learn myself, and the only reliable advice was from the dragon. But in order to hear the dragon, you have to be very focused inside of yourself, focused and quiet, so that they can talk to you. And whenever your feelings are saying, do it, because this can be the only way how to listen to them, how to hear them, and how to follow them. So my brothers and sisters, be blessed.